Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you are a subscriber, and if you aren't, what are you waiting for? The red button that says subscribe is down there waiting for you to click it right now, and also don't forget to thumbs up this video as well. But hello my loves, do you notice anything different about me? Well, other than the fact that I'm obviously not wearing as much makeup as I usually do in my videos. So this is my take on bare face, my no makeup kind of look. All I've got on today are a little falsies, mascara on the bottom lashes, a little concealer on the under eye area, around the nose for redness, and I set that with a little powder. And other than that, there is absolutely nothing else on my face. This is all me, and it feels so good to say that, even though I am still a little insecure with so much nakedness on my face and the fact that my hair is so sleeked back in this video. What do you guys think about me in a ponytail? Do you like it? I really don't do it that often. Anytime you see me with my hair like this on my channel, it's probably because my hair is just super dirty and I don't want to deal with it, just like today. But anyways, if you guys haven't noticed by now, my eyebrows are completely different than usual. If you are a subscriber or keep up with my videos and my channel for the past year, which is crazy guys, I've been on YouTube for a year, officially on March 25th. How crazy is that? So anyways, if you guys have been following me for a while, every kind of makeup tutorial video where I start out barefaced with nothing on, I always somehow have eyebrows already filled in. I haven't done a brow tutorial for you guys. I've never gone on camera without any product on my brows, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you why that is, and it's just because it was literally one of my biggest insecurities that I have. And I say that honestly because I feel like anybody who doesn't have very full brows, that they've been over plucked, over tweezed, over waxed, or just don't have any hair growth in the brow area, you understand what I'm talking about, that it can be a really big insecurity going out in the world with no product on your brows, or even just going on camera and exposing yourself to the world with no brows. So yeah, if you're one of those people where your brow hair is not as full as you want it to be, maybe you can relate to me about that insecurity. It's something that I have never even brought up with you guys before or explained, just because I just like didn't want to talk about it. And now I obviously am okay with talking about it, and that is also because I have the eyebrows more so that I desire now. But if not, like if you still aren't at where I am at yet, like if you're still trying to grow your brows out, or you've just given up, you don't know what to do, if you're considering tattooing, microblading, whatever, I hope this video really helps you, and then I give some really good recommendations and advice, and that you enjoy listening about my experience to this newfound confidence where I can literally go out of the house and run errands like this now and not feel insecure whatsoever. If you haven't already guessed by now or realized what this video is, partially because the title should be right up here, this is my experience with microblading my eyebrows. So here they are with absolutely nothing on. I have no product on whatsoever. This is me about 2 weeks and a few days or so after my first initial microblading session. I do throw product on them now if I desire, if I want to darken it up or thicken it up, but otherwise this is what my natural brow shape looks like now. I will post or put a little pic here for you guys of how my brows looked before microblading. I will show you guys my before and after pictures so you can see the real difference and how slim and overplucked and very sparsely shaped my real brows were. And I am somebody who, I do have like a lot of hair and my hair grows, but once I continue to like shave or pluck, it grows back very slow or very sparse. So that's definitely what happened with my real brows, and I tried so many things. I tried growth serums, primer serums, I tried natural coconut oil, castor oil, and I tried to keep up with it a lot, and I started seeing small results, but it wasn't anywhere near the results and instant gratification that I was really craving to satisfy the confidence that I was looking for about my eyebrows. So I was just like, you know what, it's time to do something a little bit more drastic where I'm gonna see results, I'm gonna be happy with it, it's gonna be like permanent, like I'm gonna wake up in the morning and I'm not gonna have to deal with it anymore. Because in all honesty, guys, on a bad eyebrow day, I would spend like at most 20 to 30 minutes on my eyebrows, and that's just because like I'm such a perfectionist and I really had like the smallest brows to work with. So just getting them even and perfect and a nice shade and a fill, it could just be hell sometimes. And let me tell you, we all know brows frame the face, and brows can change your entire appearance. And when you are not confident about your brows, you just do not want to step out into the world. And so when I had a bad brow day, I just did not even want to go to work. I didn't want to go anywhere. I would just be like, fuck my life. So so glad to not have those problems anymore. For a while, tattooing was going around. I had some girlfriends who did it. I know a few people. I was also recommended a few people, but I just wasn't ready for that, and I didn't really necessarily like the look that it was so bold and shaded in. Like, I know they do powder versions, and I know they do more of like the Sharpie looking thing, but both of them were so intimidating, and the thought of tattooing just seemed like, because it's permanent, right? So, and just the fact that I have other tattoos already, I have 2, and I know what that kind of pain is like, and I was like, I don't know if I can handle that on my face, like, I don't know. But then microblading kind of jumped on the map and started trending, and it just took off, and it just, at first I was like, what is this? Is this like hair extensions? Like, why does it look so real? And then I realized from watching a lot of tutorials and videos that it is tattoo, but it's in natural hair strokes, so you don't get that really powdered in or Sharpie effect to the brow. It's a very full and hairy looking brow. I mean, depending on how you get it microbladed, but that's something that definitely was like catching my eye and appealed to me, and I really wanted to do it, but I just had no idea who to go to, where to go, how the whole process is. Like, is it painful? Like, is it really worth it? Does it last? And especially living on an island here in Hawaii, trends kind of pick up later than they would in the rest of the US or the rest of the world. So at that time, there wasn't anybody that was like super amazing on island for microblading brows, and I was like, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait till I find somebody that is really awesome at it, and hopefully the trend picks up here fairly quickly. Next thing you know, a bunch of my girlfriends are really interested in going to microblading school, and I'm like so for it, supporting them, like, girl, go, like, go today, go, because I need you to do my eyebrows, so pay attention at school and practice because I need you. And then thankfully one of my girlfriends finally went and graduated. As soon as she graduated and she was posting that she was doing, you know, half off for models or whatever, I was like, me, pick me, like, I'll be your model, like, do my brows, and if it's half off, it's even better. But being that we're such good friends and we adore each other, she just didn't feel confident enough, like, just after graduating to do my eyebrows, because she didn't want to mess it up. Of course, you never want to mess up anybody's brows when it's semi-permanent, let alone your friends, but also even strangers too. So it's just the whole aspect of not wanting to mess up anybody's brows. So she told me just give her a few more months of practice and a lot of more models, and when she's ready, like, she would reach out to me. I kept seeing her work, and it was consistently good, and it was just like agonizing. I would comment on all of her pictures like, oh, you're just like, you're fab, like, I'm just so waiting for you, I can't wait. And then finally she replied like, I think I'm ready for you. And I was like, ah! Yes, so we set up my appointment with her. I'm gonna give you guys all of her details, by the way, all down below. Her Instagram, everything you guys are interested in. It has all of her portfolio and her work, aside from my before and after pictures that I'm showing you. Her name is Amanda. She's my very, very good close friend. I met her through when I worked at Dior. She worked at MAC, which was kind of like not too far in the same vicinity, so I would see her quite often, and we just became really good friends. And she's an amazing MAC artist. She still does freelance for MAC, I believe. She was a permanent, but kind of put that on the back burner so she could focus more on her microblading business. But she does amazing makeup for photo shoots, weddings, any type of special occasions. But I definitely say she is an amazing microblading artist, if that's what you even call them, or is it microbladist? I don't know. Anyways, so I'm gonna link all her stuff for you guys. Definitely check her out if you're interested after watching this video. But otherwise, let's just jump into the whole experience. I did kind of do like a mini snap vlog of that day, which I will put that snap story on here so you guys can check it out as well and watch how it actually went the day of and what I had to say and all of that good stuff. I'm looking a little crazy right now. The brows are being numbed as I speak, but we're about to jump into the microblading in a little bit. I really don't feel anything right now, maybe just like a slight tingle, but that's about it. It's totally bearable, and I'm super excited. About to go down. Beautiful. A little red right now, but I've got eyebrows, guys. So I'm hella red right now, which is totally normal, but it's pretty much complete. It looks so natural to me. I'm obsessed. So as far as pain goes, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little sore, but it's like a good 6, 7 out of 10. It's not like excruciating. During some parts, like the numbing process, it was like a good 4 or 5. It really wasn't that bad. So if you have a high pain tolerance, it's probably gonna be a breeze. I also have 2 regular normal tattoos, and I'll tell you this much, real tattoos definitely hurt more than microblading for sure. If you are even slightly interested, go add my girl mua.manda on Instagram. Check out her work, DM her, get it. I'm obsessed. Kill them. Look at these brows. It's just, I'm lost for words, honestly. So in this process of just reiterating basically my whole experience, I don't want to miss anything that's important out, so I did write like a little note outline for you guys. So if you see me glancing at something, it's me glancing at my notes. So I make sure that I give you guys all the info that you are looking for and needing if you are thinking about getting your eyebrows microbladed. So first things first, I had to come with my brows already on, meaning come with them styled and filled in the way that I usually do. And she asked you to do this so she can kind of get a peace of mind and vision of how you regularly do your brows and how you particularly like to shape your brows, so she can kind of do a mixture of what your style is and what she thinks will frame your face and fit you best. So I came with my brows already on, and then she kind of like assesses the shape. Like then she put on a numbing cream, which really didn't feel like anything, honestly, just like cream on the brows. I felt like a slight tingling sensation, but it wasn't anything like super unbearable or like uncomfortable. Like it's really even hard to notice, honestly. And then after the numbing was done, she wiped off all of the cream and she began to sketch a brow shape on me with a type of microblading pencil type thing that they use to fill in the brows. It's like a brow crayon, but not a makeup crayon. And she filled them in like really bold. I was kind of like, ugh, at first, until I didn't realize until she told me that it looks really bold when she's filling in the shape because she's getting the ideal shape, but it's not necessarily going to look that thick and bold because it's going to be natural hair strokes in between. It's just more of like an outline. So she did that, and then we went back and forth for maybe a good 20 to 30 minutes about the shape and thickness and kind of like the arch and the tail and all of that, and making sure that it was very even and that it was something that I was going to be happy with and something that she was going to be happy with. So we really took our time with that, and that's also why I really appreciate her, and I feel like anybody who goes to her will really appreciate her because she's very patient and very understanding and wants to work with you to help you define a shape and something that's going to be flattering and frame your face, but also something that you're comfortable with too. So after we sketched a brow shape and we made our assessments and changes, next she swatched ink colors on me, what you'll see in my Snapchat story. It's those little lines in the middle of my brow. What's nice is that she does have a few ink shades and you're able to mix and match them together or just do them individually so you can create your own color. My hair is dyed. You guys probably already know that. If you didn't, now you know. This is not my natural hair color. I've had it for maybe the past 3 going on 4 years already. It's been a really long time, but I absolutely love this color and I get just so many compliments on it and I'm not ready to change it. So we wanted to go with a color that would match semi what my hair is because it's very warm with red undertones, but also if I were to change my hair color that it would still match and look really good. So as you guys can tell, it did fade to a very nice brunette, which is very accommodating for my hair color, or even if I went back to my natural hair color. When you do the first initial strokes, it can be a little odd because you do hear small noise. You hear kind of like a little scratching noise on the skin, and for some it might be unsettling, but for me I was just like, this is weird, but I'm here for it. Like, I don't even care. I didn't care about the pain. I was just like, this is gonna change my life, so whatever happens, I'm just gonna bear through it and deal with it. But like I said, the noise is not unbearable or excruciating or anything like that. It's very subtle, honestly. And it kind of just feels like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, at first, like somebody is scratching or scraping and slicing at the skin. But it's just very, very quick, fine strokes with a little bit of pressure. Definitely after the first initial strokes, it gets easier, but the first are the most painful because although it's numbed, the numbness hasn't really sunk in all the way into the skin yet. It's only after the first initial strokes where you tattoo on the skin and it opens up more of the pores. Numbing cream that she reapplies after that starts to really sink into the skin and you basically almost can't feel anything during the rest of the session. So everybody's skin is different. Keep that in mind. Some people have very fragile skin, delicate skin, soft skin, tough skin, more mature skin, very young skin. So this is just my experience. Keep that in mind that depending on what your skin type is like or your pain tolerance is like, it may be very different for you or very similar or maybe even easier for you. So all in all, I would say the pain on a scale from 1 to 10 in the very beginning, I would say it's maybe a good 6 or 7. It's a little painful, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't have that high of a pain tolerance. Like I said, I have 2 regular tattoos and it feels nothing like a regular tattoo. Those definitely hurt more. So for the fact that I could go through with that, of course, microblading is still fairly easy in comparison. But like I said, a good 6 and 7 at first until the next numbing session after she cleans off the first strokes, like the debris and whatnot. She asked me if I wanted to numb it again, which I said yes, because I was like, girl, if this is gonna hurt like this the whole time, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Like, I'm gonna be like shook at the end. Because if you guys didn't already know, microblading in your first initial session, depending on how thick or thin your brows are, can take anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. So that is quite a long time to be getting brows done, but you have to keep in mind also the time it takes to numb, assess style and shape, pick ink, and then do the strokes. So all in all, maybe the whole actual tattooing process takes maybe like an hour and a half the most. But anyways, so she threw on more numbing cream, waited for that to sink in a little bit, wiped it off, went back in with more strokes, barely felt anything. That was like a 1, if anything, out of 10 what I felt. Like, most of the time I heard maybe that little noise I was talking about, but I didn't really feel any pain. Not gonna lie, the numbing does wear off fairly quick. For at least me, it did. And then finally, more towards the end, she kept handing me the mirror back and forth too, so I could kind of check out what she was doing so far, assessing if we needed to add a few more strokes wherever else, if we needed longer strokes, shorter strokes, or filled in more. I know that certain clients of hers have just continuously watched her like with the mirror while she's doing her work, and that's just something I wouldn't want to do to a friend or any professional, honestly, just because I know what kind of pressure that puts on somebody while they're doing their work, especially like relations to being a makeup artist. The way I start off doing your makeup and all the steps we go through it can kind of look crazy, and it really doesn't pull together until the end. And it just really bugs me when people like watch me step by step and critique and are like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that, or that's not looking good. It's kind of like you have to wait till everything's done to see the bigger picture. So I kind of feel that way when it comes to other artistry and their work, so I didn't want to put that kind of pressure on her, because it's kind of a lot of pressure as it already is doing something permanent on somebody's skin. So I kind of just let her go and assessed every so often as I felt needed or that she asked me to take a look at. And after all of the strokes were done and we were happy with kind of like the shape and the length and body of everything, she put on, like, it looked like a hair dye almost, which I know maybe it wasn't, or maybe it was, I really don't know, but it looked like hair dye kind of like all along the brows, and I think it was something to just help tint the strokes that she already put on. And then she wiped that off afterwards and we were done, and my brows looked so good. As you guys can see in the snap story, they looked super fresh, they looked really defined, like very natural hair strokes. I was like, oh, when I looked in the mirror, I was like, girl, I haven't seen you for so long. You look good. I loved them, like absolutely loved them. Of course, my brows were very raw around the area after. A lot of redness. Like I said, depending on what your skin type is, you might get as raw as I did and as red as I did, especially if you usually wax your brows and you tend to get very inflamed in the area afterwards. Keep that in mind. That could be something that you're going to experience with microblading. But generally, if you're not somebody that gets redness around the brows when you wax or tweeze or anything like that, maybe you'll be fine. Something that you just have to see with your own skin type. Moving on after the whole process would be the healing process. So they have a lot of instructions when you get your eyebrows microbladed. She gives you like a little cream to hydrate and moisturize the area, but also protect the brow area, and a little card that tells you all the do's and don'ts for the next 2 weeks. Yes, I said 2 weeks, folks, because that's pretty much the length of times it takes to heal when you get your eyebrows microbladed. So the first week is always the most crucial. You cannot wet it whatsoever. You cannot put any type of makeup product on it whatsoever. Don't pick it. Don't touch it. Just basically leave them alone. This was very hard. Probably as equally as hard as the microblading experience in itself. Not getting your brows wet, come on. That's hard. And especially when I had to go to work the next few days. The nice part about it is that it was so dark and fresh that there was no need to put makeup on it even if I wanted to. So I just kind of went with concealer above the brow and under the brow, and then when I took my makeup off at night, I would wash the lower portion of my face and just use makeup wipes and toner and whatnot on the top portion of my forehead and eyebrows, which, not gonna lie, was a bit of a struggle, but clearly I made it through. And then once I hit like post 1 week, my brows, I could already tell, like, were starting to peel and flake a little bit. It was kind of more after 3 or 4 days that I experienced very dryness around the brow area, which is completely normal. But when it starts to flake off, don't pick it, let it go, which is what I tried my best to do. And I'd say after a full week, it was pretty like all peeled off, no more flakiness, no more dryness. It was starting to get like normal skin and look really normal. It faded down to a very nice color that you guys can see here. At first it was a little bit darker, and a little bit redder just because the ink was so fresh and it needed time to really settle into the skin and peel off afterwards. It's usually, they say, try to wait at least 2 weeks to wet it or put makeup, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, maybe like after a week and 2 or 3 days, I was just like, I need to freaking wash my whole face. Like, I miss that feeling of just deep cleaning my entire face. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it, and I did it, and I was so scared of looking in the mirror after. My brows are completely gone, but of course they weren't. They look totally fine, and this is exactly how they look every time I take off makeup now and wash my face. Not quite sure how much it's going to continue to fade in the future, because when you do microblading, usually you've got a first initial session and then you've got your touch-up session, which for some microbladist artists or whatever, they will include the price together, both sessions, or for some they might do a separate charge for your touch-up. Luckily for me, my girlfriend gave me a very generous price. It does include her initial and touch-up session all in the same fee, so when you go back to get touched up, you're not going to have to pay anything at all. It's included in the first payment, which is really nice, and I think that I prefer it that way, honestly. For some people, if you've got very full brows, touch-up sessions might not be necessary, but for me, I kind of been assessing how these first 2 weeks have gone, how I feel about the shape, how I like it with makeup on and without makeup, and I really love this shape. It's very natural. It's fitting for my face, but I do think I want to go like a little bit thicker and a little bit more strokes. Just so you guys know, touch-up sessions are not as time consuming as their first initial session. I believe touch-ups can range anywhere from like an hour to an hour and a half at the most, depending on how your brows are, since some people hold pigment better than others in their skin, so your brows might still be very dark or they might be extremely faded depending on what your skin type is. So my next appointment is not until mid-May, and that's about 4 to 5 weeks after my first session, which is completely normal. I'm super excited to get my touch-up session, but for right now I'm absolutely loving the way my brows look. I love that I can just get on camera with you guys now and I don't have to have my eyebrows already filled in, or I don't have to feel like, oh, I don't want to film today because I hate the way I filled in my brows, they look so whatever. Like, I'm never gonna have to feel that way anymore, and it's just such a great feeling knowing that and being able to get on camera with such little on my face and really just be real and raw with you guys about, you know, my insecurities and my face, and it feels good that I can just be honest. So I hope you guys appreciate that from me, and you know what, if you can relate, don't worry, like, I was in the same boat with you, and I really hoped that this video about my experience and my advice and overall the whole process was enlightening to you or enjoyable and educational, if anything, and that it helped you maybe if you're kind of in the same boat on what decision you want to make about the future of your eyebrows. And if not, and you're just watching this out of curiosity, thank you for sticking around and watching this video. And before I forget, I owe you guys a giveaway. It has been so long overdue. I've been talking about it for almost over a month now, and I hate myself that I've been taking so long to get it together and post something about it and finally be ready to do the giveaway. So originally I planned this giveaway for my 1-year anniversary on YouTube and also for getting 500 subscribers, and actually in the meantime I'm almost, I believe, at 600. So in that time period I've gained almost another 100 followers, and that's just crazy to me in a month, and I'm just so overjoyed and excited that you guys love what I'm doing and that I love what I'm doing for you guys, and it means the world to me. So I just needed to get my act together and film a video today and throw in the giveaway. So without further ado, let's get into the giveaway details. There's going to be 2 winners for this giveaway. I wanted it to be open to more than just one person to win. And how you enter is basically I will be posting a clip of this video on my Instagram talking about the giveaway and also talking about me uploading this video. So all you have to do is like that Instagram post of the video and comment on it what your favorite video is on my channel and why, and tag a friend. And that's about it. You will be eligible. I will also list details about how long the giveaway will be going for and when the giveaway will end and how and when I'll be picking a winner. So winner number 1 will receive a Laura Mercier foundation primer called Blemishless. This primer is made in particular and especially for problematic acne skin, oily combination skin, oily skin combination, you name it. If that sounds like you will love this primer. It is a gel formula primer, so it's really great if you love a matte makeup look, or you can do dewiness on top of it, but it's not going to make you look shiny, if you get what I'm saying. There's also salicylic acid in the formula of this foundation primer, and if you know what that is, it is made to combat acne and also help with oily combination skin. Something else winner number 1 will receive is our Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows. What this is it's a brow gel that has a very fine defined tip, so it fluffs the brow hair, holds them in place. And what's nice about the serum, which I especially love, especially because we've talked about this whole video, is that it's got castor oil in the hair growth serum, so it's going to help to promote hair growth as you wear the gel on top of makeup, or even if you put it without makeup on. The last thing that winner number 1 will win and receive is this Mario Badescu facial setting spray set. So you get the rose water, which is ever so popular, and if you have watched any of my YouTube videos, or all of them, more often than not, this is the setting spray you've been seeing me use. Next is winner number 2. So winner number 2 can receive a Sigma brush set. There are 4 different brushes in here, which you can see on the box. You've got E15, E25, E30, and E55. Winner number 2 will receive the classic eye powder pencil in Sophia by Charlotte Tilbury. This is one of my favorite brown eyeliners. It's just so complimentary on all eye colors, on pretty much all skin tones. It's great for evening look, daytime look. I love the formula of this. Although it's a powder, it goes on so smooth, and after it sets for about a minute, it becomes completely smudge proof and untransferable. Winner number 2 will receive this cute little Glam Glow masking set. So this is a great way to try out some Glam Glow masks if you haven't already. I have touched on them a little bit in previous videos, but I absolutely love Glam Glow. It works so well for my skin. It really helps me target my acne, keep my skin really nice and supple and hydrated. So in this set, you get to try them all. Both winners will receive a pair from Lash Label, the beauty box, in Icy, which is one of my favorite lash pairs ever. So you both will receive a pair of those to try out if you haven't gotten a chance to try out her styles yet. I love all of you guys as always. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video.